multiple community centers without programs. There is no reason to have our faith-based communities who are only concerned about youth coming into their church and not the surrounding community. There is a problem when we look the other way as people who have been fortunate. The hood still needs a few good men, and the hood still needs a few good women. And so when we look the other way, we are in essence approving the conditions of all folk. And so we know that alcohol and substance abuse plagues our community. And so when we hear the mumble jumble about let's legalize marijuana, let's be clear. Let's be clear about this. The minority community is most impacted by marijuana laws. Let's be clear about marijuana use. You go to a facility where youth are being treated for addiction. Marijuana is the drug. We don't have many young folks who have crack addiction problems. They have marijuana problems. They have underage drinking problems. Let's be clear about what's in our community. On almost every corner you can find a liquor store, but you can't find a bookstore. So when we talk about mental health and substance abuse, those are contributing factors. And when we talk about those, we need to be honest with our family conditions. Everybody probably got a story of a drunk uncle who used to dance and be the life of the party. But what that drunk uncle didn't know and what you didn't know is that addiction is a disease, just like diabetes, just like cancer. And so you don't know what disease will set off with that first drink, that second drink. It's not cute for our mamas to give our little kids the last drip of beer. It's not cute because you can very well be setting off something that will have lifelong lasting effects. I talk to Chief Finley all the time. Cunningham, you go to the city and county jails, alcohol and substance abuse is most often the contributing factor of why someone has made a bad decision. And so when we talk about mental health and alcohol and substance abuse, we need to be clear, and as communities we need to stand and set clear expectations and guidelines of how this impacts us.
Tina, you have a question?
I have a question, Shereda.
Hold on. Let's make sure that they can hear your question. Okay, go ahead with your question.
Shereda, with all of the issues going on right now, all of the police involved, shooting, the perceived attack on our young black males, I have friends who have young sons, and they are now talking to their sons, telling them how to act if they are pulled over by the police, so that they stand a chance of, living through the traffic stuff. Let's talk about the impact on our young black men.
Well, there's a reality that trauma plays a role. We have a lot of families who are literally existing through traumatic episodes, whether it be abuse in the home, whether it be neglect in the home. It is a fact that there is police brutality. I like to live in reality. That's a fact, but that does not negate the reality that we need to raise our children to have respect for authority.
Thank you.
Period. Whether it's in the school, whether it's in their house. I have people who are afraid of their kids and have to lock their doors. But then we raise kids, as I joke sometimes, we raise them to become monsters and then want society to take care of them.
Thank you, Jesus. Yes.
We need, before they come out, we need as parents, need to take responsibility for our actions. It's not cute to post a YouTube video of your little kid twerking, your little girl twerking, but she can't read her name. She can't write her name. So we as a community, we have to be honest.
That's right.
It may hurt. Just sometimes you pull off a scab, sometimes it hurts. But things have to heal, and you have to be willing to address the true issues. Racism is not going away. We know that. But accountability is not going away either. And until we start holding our families, our youth,
accountable,
even our parents accountable for their actions, we're going to keep having these conversations all the time.
Tori, let me ask you. You mentioned black men. Are black men not standing up and doing what they're supposed to do? Not being real fathers? Is that what I'm hearing you saying?
Some of them are, some of them aren't. No. Not all.
Well, for my presence in my